Hello and welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, Reese. And thank you so much for joining me today. If you do like my content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you have any questions, thoughts, please drop them in the comment section below or feel free to email me. I would love to hear from you. And now for today's video, the infinite way of knowing manifestation. Just a little fun play on words there. Now, this is going to revolve around knowing what you are doing. Because very often, do you actually know what you are doing? Richard Feynman, the physicist, he said something along the lines of, when people do algebra, maths stuff, right? They are following the rules, but they don't actually know what they're doing. They're just trying to get to the outcome. They're just trying to get the answer. They don't know what the symbols mean. They don't know what the steps mean, really. They just know what they are. They do the rule, they get the answer, but they don't understand what it is they are doing. And that is literally what is usually almost happening in everything that we do. People follow rules, repeat formulas, perform actions that seem to get results, but they don't know why. They don't know what it is they're actually doing, what movement of consciousness is taking place when they act or think or imagine. And for me, I feel like this is an important thing to know yourself as awareness. Because here's two things that really happen in our experiencing when we desire something. There's the desire, then there's the imagining of the being, doing, and having. And we create a third thing of the manifestation in three-dimensional time. Why do we do that third thing? Because we don't know what we are doing. We don't know what imagining is. We don't know what desire is. We know we want this. We know we want that. And we believe that this is the rule to get from this to that. But it's not. It's just an expression. It's an expression of one continuity. And in algebra, the answer appears. We've all done certain math sums and things like this. But if you don't know what you are doing, the answer doesn't mean anything. And that's actually quite important. When you realize what the desire is, when you realize what your desire is, right? What does desire mean? And when you recognize what it means, and it's not just I want that, because it really isn't. When you realize what desire is, and you realize what you are actually doing/being in order to experience said desire, you're giving depth and meaning to the whole thing. It's actually enlightening your own understanding of what desire is, what your outcome of experience is, what your desired end is, what imagining is. It's actually adding to every moment of yourself. Instead of, I just want that thing. But it doesn't mean what you think it means. When you recognize what it actually is, it becomes far simpler. That's the irony of this. Understanding brings simplicity. You can find X and still not know what X is. So have you really found what the answer is? No, you just recognize that this must be the answer because somebody said it was right. The same thing happens in life. You can manifest something, get the result, but not know what it means. Because part of the answer is knowing what you are doing, knowing who you are being. Why did this come into my life? That's the manifestation. The manifestation is, why did this come into my life? Why did this come into my life? Why did this come into my life? And if you are imagining your desired end right there, asking, hey, why did this come into my life? You actually know why. You know why you are thinking about your desired end right now as I am saying, why did this come into my life? Because the awareness of it came into my life. And the most amazing thing is that this is reality, that which you are imagining right then and there. It's reality. The meaning is inseparable from the awareness that created it. What does it mean? It means that I am this reality arranged in this way, experiencing it from my point of view, as my choice, as me knowing myself as more of me. I am this who I choose to be. Why am I in my desired dream life? Why am I who I say I am? Why did this manifest? Why did this manifest? And the manifestation is you literally becoming aware of it. That is a manifestation. What else would you call that? You literally becoming aware of your desire is a manifestation in and of itself. Why did you become aware of it? Because that is now a version and a preference of your own experiencing. So why am I in my dream life? Because you already exist in and as that reality. It's giving you greater meaning to your own self. That's the greater point of what desire actually does. Without desire, you wouldn't have the desire to move forward in knowing yourself in other ways, which is what Source wants to do. So Source wants to unfold your desire for you. Because it's you experiencing yourself. It will never hold anything back from you. That's why you can desire it. And it's always fascinated me that the smallest thing, a math problem, because I love maths, reveals the same pattern of reality creation, because it's all reality creation, even the maths. Arithmetic, there we go, is saying I'm trying to find the answer. I'm trying to find the answer by understanding the question. I'm trying to understand the answer and the question so I can understand what's happening. I'm understanding the question better. I'm understanding my desire better. I'm understanding my knowing better. I'm understanding myself better. I'm remembering myself as Source better in every moment and making that the point of my existence. Why do I even know any of this? And then the answer flows naturally in that knowing. Somebody did ask actually, how do I know all this stuff better? That's how. Using your own knowing of knowing itself. Why do I know anything? Why do I know why I'm imagining anything? Why do I feel the knowing of what I desire? See, algebra is this idea of algebra is the idea of I applied the rule. I've been doing the laws for however many years. I've been doing the laws for however many years. But if I asked you this very simple thing, how do you think? You have no idea how you think, you just think. So I'm saying contemplate your desired end as if you have it. Don't apply a law, because now we are thinking about a law to apply, therefore constraining the imaginational experience by using something to imagine when you've been imagining your entire life. The rule following doesn't tell you what you are actually doing. The rules are fun. When you use the rules as part of a framework while recognizing, okay, I'm using this I'm using this scripting as a manner in which to experience my desired end, my choice. I know the scripting isn't manifesting anything. I am with my attention and my focus on a specific experience. I'm using scripting as a medium to focus. I'm using subliminals as a medium to focus. I'm using affirmations, I am, because it is absolutely always true. I am because I exist, and I exist because I am, as a means to focus. I'm using whatever as a means to focus. But those things, those rules, are nothing more than experiences of how to be something. They don't do it on their own. They don't do anything. It's like saying a pen writes the story. No, it's you. The pen is just one of the rules we use to write something. That's how that unpacks itself, right? So imagination as expression. This is where this all ties in. Most people follow the rules of it. We visualize this, we affirm that, we imagine what we want, you want, I want. But they don't realize that imagination itself is not causing anything. It's not causing something in your three-dimensional reality to pop in. Imagination is what you are knowing as reality. Therefore, imagination is reality, because it's you knowing and you experiencing that knowing immediately. As in, there's no lag time. So when you are experiencing your desired dream life version of yourself here, this is who I say I am, that's happening right then and there. It's your choice to be that. Your choice to be that is what's unfolding in every single moment, moment by moment. The mirror of what you have already chosen to be. Imagination is what happens when awareness makes a choice. Continuously, and you're always making choices. Sometimes your choice is to just not make any choice in the moment, and then that's when, thoughts, transient thoughts, emotions, memories, whatever, all start to just flood in. Because in your choicelessness, in your unfilteringness, you're just experiencing more of yourself. And then when you make a choice, okay, this is who I am, more of that choice pops in. That's why when you let the negative perception of thoughts and emotions or what you don't prefer just flow in, they don't do anything, because you made a choice to just let them flow in and consciously focus on your experience of reality that you desire, because those other things just don't matter. So you can always just leave them. When you choose to see yourself as awareness, as reality itself, imagination is the immediate expression of that choice. So when you choose to see yourself as imagination, that is an imaginational act, and then more of what imagination, of what awareness, of what consciousness is, pops in. It has to. It's always there. It's right there. It's how you experience what you are assuming yourself to be. So what you imagine isn't willing something into existence. But we get confused with words like materialization, because again, we don't know what we are doing most of the time. When someone says materialization, they're still under the impression that they are looking at from the three-dimensional person, because the three-dimensional person sees it as materializing. But it's not that. It's just an ever endless singular moment of reality, changing its viewpoint within that ever endless, never ending, infinite moment of reality. It just exists like that. But we're so fixated on a two-dimensional, three-dimensional linearity unfolding, we don't realize the whole thing just exists. And we know all the words. Creation is done, but we don't contemplate what that means. So what you imagine, again, isn't willing something into existence. It's you experiencing your being as said choice. So the only rule, the only difference is whether you know what you are doing. If you think you are following a rule to get a thing, you're imagining yourself as the version who needs to follow rules to make things happen, not actually experiencing the thing that you desire to be happening, because you are focused on said rule making it happen. But when you know that you are reality, the rule is only an after effect. Remember, the rule is describing an effect, not the mechanics of the effect. You are the mechanics. You are the imagination. No rule in existence can tell you how to imagine. So why would you bother using it? There's no separation between what you are and what appears, because it's all just one experience of awareness. Find the separation between your imagination, the three-dimensional experience, your desires, and your desired end. Rules are just descriptions of what awareness already does, or what it is doing. It's just a way for the 3D mind to grasp what's happening, so we can have some reference with each other, right? That's what communication is, reference with each other. Ideally, communication exists for us to talk. When you're imagining, there's no communication. There's just a knowing of whatever it is you want to be knowing. You can observe those thoughts, you can observe whatever, but you can't, though you can observe the usage of the rule, but you can't use them backwards to find yourself, because that's still you looking as the thing you're looking for, using something to find yourself. But if you were to find yourself, where would you go? You just know, hey, I am me. Where would I go to find me? It's me, I'm here. Your consciousness is doing the exact same thing. Right? Because it's you. You're always looking as consciousness. So everything is a reflection, not cause. You are cause. The only thing that is not cause is you. The only thing that is not reflection is you. You are cause. So when you really know what you are doing, you're not following the rule. You are the source of which it arises. You are awareness being itself, unfolding as the specific experience you have now chosen to know yourself as. The process of being that which you know, you are consciously choosing to experience in imagination. That which you experience in imagination is reality, because it is your expression as that expression. And that expression is your reality now. It has to be something. Reality has to be something right now. You are the one that is deciding what that something is. You experience your decision in your imagination. That's what it is. It is that. because it is your expression as that expression, and that expression is your reality, now unfolding perfectly for you, through you, and as you. As you persist in that choice, not by effort, but by recognizing that this is just my choice, regardless of what's going on, my choice is here. I am that. In your assumption that I am that, that is what your reality unfolds as. That's the only rule. You are reality. You are being it all. And I am your host, Reese. This is Renat, your reality always. Thank you all for being here. For your comments, questions, shares, likes, and subscriptions. Much love. Feel free to drop a question in the comments or send me an email anytime. Thank you for joining the TikTok page. Thank you for joining the Facebook page. Love and light, and I will see you all in the next one.